88. The Antichurch within the Church. Chalcedon Position Paper, number 167, September 1993. In a very important study, Malachi Martin, in The Keys of This Blood, 1990-1991, writes on the Antichurch within the Church. Its goal is to remake the Church in terms of imported standards. The goal of these anti-church persons within the Roman Catholic Church is to convert the Church into an agency integrated into modern life. The anti-church insists on remaining within the Church. Its goal is the people as source and authority of all faith standards, of all religious order, of all laws, including the definition of what is sinful and what prayers are to be said. Majoritarianism should govern in all questions of religion and morality. Equality should prevail. There should be moral pluralism, with neither homophobia nor heterophobia, and with no restrictions on sexual expression. Malachi Martin, The Keys of This Blood, page 605. The anti-church gained some ground at Vatican II, and Pope Paul VI shared sentiments with them. Page 609. The consequences of Vatican II led to a decline of seminarians. There were, in 1965 in the United States, 8,885 theologates in the last step before ordination, but in 1989 there were only 3,689. One result was that candidates who in 1960 would have been excluded were now allowed to remain. The results were deadly. First, theological ignorance was widespread. For many, such things did not matter. Quote-unquote, people counted, supposedly, not dogma. Second, with the, quote, sexual revolution, end quote, many homosexuals were able to enter the priesthood. Conservative Catholics, as witness The Wanderer, have been concerned on both counts. Liberal Catholics, as witness Jason Berry's Lead Us Not Into Temptation, 1992, have been concerned over Catholic priests and the sexual abuse of children. In June 1993, Pope John Paul II instructed bishops to clean house on such priests. This problem has not been restricted to Roman Catholic circles. In Protestant mainline churches, first, modernism is endemic, and second, the sexual dereliction also commonplace. Heterodoxy, May-June 1993, reports on the situation in an article entitled Roadmap for a Queer Church, page 14. The anti-church is as active in Protestantism as elsewhere. The history of the Church gives us many parallels to the present. Certainly, St. Athanasius faced a militant anti-church, and so have many saints over the centuries. There is a difference now, however, in that there is a purposive drive to remake the Church to conform to the world rather than to Jesus Christ. This drive seeks to give to the Bible and to the Church a new definition, one derived from man and history rather than the triune God and His Word. Rather than seeing the world, man, time, history, and all things else as deriving their meaning from God and His absolutely transcendent person and nature, meaning is sought from within history and from man. If God is not the definer, then no meaning stands. Brian R. Wilson, in Magic and the Millennium, 1973, called attention to the reason why Navajo have resisted Christianization. The Navajo traditionally saw the gods as existing for man's benefit. He need not abase himself as conversionist Christianity, with its strong preoccupation with sin, demanded. page 48. The Antichurch has a like faith. If God exists, he should exist for man's benefit, to serve man and to bless man forever. The Antichurch offers man-centered, not God-centered religion. It offers itself as the nobler, more sensitive faith. Its goal is the fulfillment of man, not the glory of God. In the name of Christ, it proclaims man. Karl Barth wrote, "Since God himself has become man, man is the measure of all things." From Christengemeinde und Bürgergemeinde, 1946, page 46, quoted by W. Dantine, Scottish Journal of Theology, page 18, June 1965, page 133. To believe in this is to believe in a universe grounded in man alone. W. Taylor Stevenson, History as Myth, 1969, page 4. This means turning the faith upside down. Given the nature of the anti-church, its goal is the capture of the church in its every branch in order to destroy it. The God-centered nature of the true church is an offense. Even when this aspect of the church is watered down or muted, it is an offense to the anti-church, which seeks total victory. Not only churches, but their colleges and seminaries have too often fallen into the hands of the anti-church, with deadly results. Too commonly, seminaries are a polluting rather than a healing, nurturing source. The anti-church is militantly and earnestly dedicated to the building of the city of man. St. Augustine saw two cities in process of construction in the world, the city of God and the city of man. These two, which should be in opposition, are too often in seeming merger. Even in the most orthodox of the various continuing breakaway churches, we see the infiltration of both false theologies and false moralities. The drive by the anti-church to capture Christianity is a most zealous one. They do, however, reckon without God. Because they fail to know him as the living God, they believe that they have simply declared war on an incorrect idea. This is like a man assuming that a volcano smouldering under his feet is only a myth, an idea. Our God, as the losers over the centuries have found out, is a consuming fire. Hebrews chapter 12, verse 29. The anti-church is at war with more than the church. It is at war with the triune God. We dare not be neutral in this warfare, because there are no neutrals where God is concerned. Neither dare we believe that the anti-church, however powerful, can ever prevail. Because God is God, his will alone shall be done, in heaven and on earth.